Hello, and this is Natsuya Uesugi, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about meditation and mantras. So we're going to talk a little bit about what is a mantra, how to start working with mantras. We're going to talk a little bit about being at peace, and then we're going to talk about grounding. What is it? Why do it? When to do it, talk about chakras, and then we're going to give an example of 3 specific mantras that you can use to center and ground yourself and to activate your chakras. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so let's get started right now. So what is a mantra? A mantra is a word or sound repeated to aid concentration in meditation. It is chanting and reciting mantras can be beneficial as a meditative practice and has roots in Hinduism and Buddhism. Some things like Om Mani Padme On, Namai Ringe Kyo, Om Mani Padme Om. And it is a Sanskrit word, mantra. So man means mind, and tra means transportation vehicle. So it's a way to transport the mind to a central place of being in the present and not being weighed down by negative thoughts or stuck in the past. A mantra meditation can be beneficial and have effects on mental health. So what else do we want to talk about today? So I want to talk about being at peace. So a lot of times we have negative self-talk that brings us into the past. And one thing that you can do to help that is grounding. So what is grounding? It is a set of simple strategies to detach from emotional pain. It's a distraction focused on an outward or external world. And why would you do it? To detach and gain control of your feelings and stay safe. So when can you do it? It can be done at any time when you face triggers, flashbacks, dissociations, cravings, or emotional pain. And so that is what you can do, grounding, and you can do that by working with the chakras and the mantras. So, what is a chakra? It is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel and is the focal point of energy of the human body in meditation practice. And there are 7 main chakras that can be activated by mantras. And I'm going to go into a few of these. So, the first chakra, which is in your pelvic area, is the root chakra, which is linked to prosperity and security and safety. The next one is right above that is the sacral chakra, which is related to sensuality and pleasure. Then you have the solar plexus chakra, which is controls your destiny. Your heart chakra at your heart, which is love and compassion. And it's also the connection to the higher chakras. So the ones, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus are your humanly chakras. The one above that, the throat, the third eye, and the crown are the higher chakras. So the throat chakra is for physical and spiritual voice, and it's like you communicate and bring things into existence. The third eye chakra, which is at your forehead, you can repeat the mantra Om, and that is for awareness and guidance from your higher power. And the crown chakra, which is at the top of your head, you can repeat the word Om Ah as a mantra. And that is with your spiritual connection to your higher self. Okay, so your chakras can be activated by using mantras like Om for the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. So you would repeat Om as like over and over again as a mantra. So how can you start working with mantras? When starting something new, you usually have negative thoughts crop up that will try to deter you from what you want to do. This inner critic is called the ego that dwells on negatives in your head, and we can stop these negative voices by using mantras. And so we're going to go into 3 mantras that you can use. when negative voices come up when you're starting a new project. The first one is I am enough. Okay, so rather than dwelling on I'm not good enough, and you can repeat the mantra I am enough to remind you that you are enough and that you can do what you set your mind to. And with intent, so I am enough to get this done. I am enough and I'm a magnificent human being. I am enough and I am brilliant. I am enough and I will achieve what I set out to do today. Those are mantras that can bring you into an affirming place and that you set your intent so that you can achieve your goals. The second one is when if you're starting a new project, you want it to be lucrative so you can make a living at doing it, and that will require making money. And a lot of times we think that, well, we can't do it, or it's too hard, or it's outside of our ability, but then we see other people do it, and so if they can do it, you can do it too. And one way to work on this money mantra is to say, gratitude is the life force of everything. And so when we are gracious, then that means that we are thanking God for what we already have and bringing in powerful intent for what is to come. And so if you say gratitude is the life force of everything, then repeat that over and over again. Gratitude is the life force of everything. Gratitude is the life force of everything. Then we can make sure that that's a positive affirmation, that we can bring things forward and the intent to make it happen, and that we can bring money to us. The third mantra is one day at a time. So if you fall into feeling inadequate and comparing yourself to others, or it seems that something is not viable and you can't do it, you can push yourself by taking things one step at a time. And so you can say one day at a time to help you do this, and that way you can make it so that you can complete the action. And so that is another way of intent and bringing affirmations. Now, some other mantras you can do, like I said, you can say Om over and over again if you want to activate the third eye, or you can say things like Om Mani Padme Om, which is love and compassion, or Om Mani Hatsume Om. Those are Buddhist mantras, or Namai Renge Kyo, I think is what it is. That is another mantra, and you can repeat that. So Om Mani Hatsume On, Om Mani Hatsume On, Om Mani Hatsume On, and focus on your breathing. And you can do a walking meditation as well when you do that, and say it over and over again. So these are ways that we can use mantras to bring things together for us and can help us do the needful so that we can bring it in together. Thank you. Other ways that we can use mantras is to help us to move into the present. So when we get stuck in the past or stuck in negative self-talk, if you start reciting a mantra, it will help you to open your heart chakra and bring you out of the lower energy and the negative energy and help raise your vibration. And so one way of doing that, so if you start feeling negative and you start talking to yourself in a negative manner, you can start saying a mantra like Om Mani Hatsume On and focus on your breathing and help bring you back into the present. And that way, you're not dwelling on the past and you're not worrying about the future. The future will worry about itself. You're just in the present moment and you are keeping to your mind focus on the here and now and what's going on in the moment. By doing that, you reduce worry and anxiety, and you can also lower your depression. And that way, you don't have to worry about being alone, and you don't have to worry about being in an unpleasant feeling that you don't like and that is causing you angst and pain. And so, like we have Al here, who's helping us with wisdom, You can use your wisdom and stay in the present by reciting mantras, and they're very helpful, and they help us by reducing our anxiety and help to align our different chakras. And so I was talking a little bit about different chakras and what words you can say when you want to bring them to the forefront. And like I had said, you can say the word Om when you want to activate the crown chakra or the third eye chakra, or if you want to activate the throat chakra, which can help you bring things into existence, or the heart chakra. For the throat chakra, you can say the word Ham over and over again, and that will help your physical voice and manifesting your communication. And for your heart chakra, you can say Yam, which is for love and relationships and compassion. So thank you very much, and namaste.